Millionaire's son hadn't walked since birth until the new black Maid did the unbelievable. The mansion was big, but for Adam it felt like a cage, 6 years old, blonde hair, pale skin, his body fragile. He sat in silence most days, watching the world through windows. His crutches leaned in the corner, reminders of what he couldn't do. Doctors had come, spoken quickly, left behind words like chains. He may never walk properly. It could be neurological, developmental, autism, motor delays. His father had spent fortunes, but each verdict was the same. Adam would live with limits, so Adam was left alone in hallways of marble, his father gone at work, his mother long gone with another man. Loneliness became his closest friend. Then she came. Her name was Clara, the new maid, black, mid-30s, quiet at first in her pressed uniform and white apron. To Adam, she was just another adult who would come and go. But Clara didn't rush. She noticed things. The way he avoided eye contact. The way his little hands trembled when the crutches were near. The first afternoon she found him sitting on the stairs. "Why aren't you outside?" she asked gently. Adam shrugged. "No reason. You don't like the sun?" "I don't like falling." She tilted her head. "You fall often?" He looked down. "Every time I try." Clara sat beside him, lowering her voice. "Then that means every time you also get back up, doesn't it?" He blinked. No one had ever said it like that. From that day, she began to stay close. At lunch, she asked what his favorite games were. At night, she read to him when his father stayed late. Slowly, Adam found himself talking to her, not about doctors or pain, but about small things. Stories he imagined, the birds he watched from the window, the dreams he kept hidden. One afternoon, Clara carried his crutches to him. "Let's try again," Adam stiffened. "Number yet," she corrected. The doctor said, "I'll never be normal." Clara crouched so her eyes met his. "Normal is boring." "Who cares about normal?" "I care about you." His lip trembled. "Why? You're new. You don't even know me." Clara's throat tightened, but she smiled. "Because I've seen loneliness before, and I know what it does to a child. I won't let it keep you prisoner." Adam stared at her for a long moment, then whispered, "You won't leave like the others." "I promise," she said. "As long as you try, I stay." It was the first promise he let himself believe. Days turned to weeks. She brought him outside step by shaky step. When he cried, she held him. When he fell, she clapped for him anyway. Every fall is proof you tried, and that makes you stronger than yesterday. One rainy morning, they stopped at a puddle on the path. Adam froze, gripping the crutches so tightly his knuckles turned white. "I can't. I'll slip." Clara untied her apron, spread it over the water now. "It's not a puddle. It's your bridge. Cross it." Adam shook his head violently. "Number, what if I fall in front of you? What if I look stupid?" She leaned closer. "You could never look stupid to me. And if you fall, I'll fall with you. But I believe you won't. Not this time." His chest heaved. He glanced from the apron to her face, searching. "You promise?" Her voice cracked with emotion. "I promise." He lifted his foot. His whole body shook. Slowly, he pressed it onto the cloth. The crutches wobbled. He panicked. "Clara, I'm here," she said, her hand steadying his arms. "You're okay. Look, your foot is down. Now the other." With a sob, he dragged the second foot forward. Both shoes landed. He gasped. I didn't fall." Clara's eyes blurred with tears. "No, Adam, you walked." His lips parted, disbelief flooding him. "Really? Did you see?" "I walked." She hugged him so tightly he almost dropped the crutches. "I saw every second, and I'll see every step that comes after this one. You're not alone anymore, Adam. Not ever again." From the porch, Victor stood frozen. His polished shoes scraped the stone as he stepped forward, disbelief written across his face. For 6 years, his boy had never moved more than a shaky stumble. Every doctor, every specialist, every therapist he had brought into the mansion had left him with the same verdict. Your son will never walk. Yet here, in front of his eyes, Adam was taking steps, weak, trembling, but real. And beside him was not a doctor, not an expensive therapist, but Clara, the maid who had been in his household barely 2 months. Victor's voice cracked as he rushed forward. "Adam." The boy's crutches wobbled as he turned his head, his pale cheeks strewn with sweat and tears. "Daddy, look. I walked." "Clara, help me." "I walked." Victor nearly tripped down the last step in his rush. His briefcase dropped to the ground with a heavy thud, papers spilling onto the grass. He fell to his knees in front of his son, grabbing his small shoulders with trembling hands. "You really did, my boy. My son, you're walking. Adam's chest heaved with excitement. I thought I couldn't, Daddy. I thought I'd never do it, but Clara told me I could. She didn't let me give up. Victor's eyes darted to Clara. She was kneeling a step behind Adam, her apron damp from where she laid it over the puddle, her hands raw from steadying him, her head lowered quickly as though ashamed to be noticed. You, Victor whispered his voice. You did this? Clara swallowed. It was Adam, sir. I only believed in him when no one else did. Victor's throat burned. Don't downplay it. You've done what money doctors and every so-called expert couldn't. You gave him courage. His hands tightened on his son. You gave him life. Adam pulled on his sleeve. Daddy, can Clara stay forever, please? She promised me she won't leave. She's the only one who believes I can be strong. Clara's tears spilled, but she shook her head. Adam, don't put me in trouble. Victor cut her off, his voice breaking. Trouble? Clara, you've saved my son. You've given me back hope. If anyone in this house deserves honor, it's you. Clara's lips trembled. I didn't do it for honor. I did it because no child should feel like he's broken. Adam isn't broken. He's brave. Victor's chest rose and fell sharply. He turned back to his boy, brushing a hand over his blonde hair. Son, listen to me. You are not broken. You never were. I was the broken one for believing what others told me, for letting money be the answer instead of love. And Clara showed me that. Adam's eyes filled. So she can stay. Victor looked at Clara, his eyes wet. Stay. Clara, from today, you are not a maid in this house. You're family, and I will treat you as such. Gasps rose from the servants who had gathered near the doorway. Clara staggered back, shaking her head. Sir, please don't say things you'll regret. I never wanted. Victor stepped closer, his voice fierce now. I regret only one thing. That it took me this long to see the truth. My wealth, my power, all of it meant nothing. You've given my son something I thought was impossible, and I will never let that go unrecognized. Adam reached for her again, gripping her apron. Daddy's right. You're not just the maid anymore. You're my Clara. My family. Clara bent and pulled him into her arms, sobbing openly now. Oh, Adam, you'll never be alone again. Not as long as I'm here. Victor placed his hand on both their shoulders, his own voice breaking. From this day, nothing in this home will be the same. My son can walk and my heart is changed. And it's all because of you. Behind them, the grand mansion loomed. But for once, the wealth didn't matter. What mattered was on that garden path. A boy who had taken his first steps, a maid who refused to give up, and a father whose life was shattered and remade in the same moment. And for Victor, the man who thought money could buy everything, the most shocking truth was this. The person who gave his son the miracle he prayed for wasn't a doctor or a therapist, but the new maid who had walked into their lives and changed them forever. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.